Hi guys, it's Victor. Okay, today I'm here again at the RTS observation site. Okay, you can see behind me is the RTS construction progress. Okay, few days ago you can see there's a very big news hoo-ha on the internet, which is our overall RTS project progress is already reaching 65%, 2/3. Okay, so this RTS project is the first ever MRT that is linking from Johor Bahru JB directly cross country go to Singapore. Okay, this will be the first ever MRT in our JB. Okay, directly connected into Singapore. And the progress is going well because it's estimated to complete in 2026, start operating in 2027, and as of now, January of 2024 is already reaching 65% of the overall progress. As you can see, all the vertical pillar column is already up, and now we are waiting for the horizontal track to be built upon. Okay, and right opposite is Singapore, the Woodlands Senoko area. Okay, directly connect into Singapore. So let me take this opportunity to give a brief explanation about what is RTS. Okay, the full name of RTS is Rapid Transit System, which is actually the MRT system. Okay, MRT system. And what is so special about this RTS? Actually, RTS is one station from CIQ. Okay, our Custom Immigration and Quarantine Center beside Bukit Chaga Station. Okay, one station from Bukit Chaga all the way go into Singapore Woodlands North Station. And Woodlands North Station is the first station of Singapore Thomson East Coast Line, which have a lot of interchange and can connect it to the whole MRT network map in Singapore. Why this is so special is because as of now, whether you are going to Singapore from JB, either you go by walking, by bus, by train, or even by driving, you may face a lot of different challenges. For example, if you go by bus, by train, or by walking, when you reach the Woodlands Singapore Custom, you are basically ended up in a Woodlands checkpoint. But Woodlands checkpoint is not connected to the MRT. So in order to travel to different part of the Singapore, you need to take bus, take taxi, you need to use other ways to go into MRT station of Singapore. And if you go by driving, maybe you will stuck in a very bad jam. But MRT is a very special because MRT it only takes you 6 minutes. It takes you 6 minutes one station from JB Bukit Chaga Station all the way to Singapore Woodlands North Station, and it directly bring you connected into Singapore MRT network, which can bring you to different part of Singapore. Basically every part of Singapore. As we all know, Singapore is very well connected with all the MRT station. And we are going to have a separate immigration for the RTS. So you are not going to congested with the current immigration with all the jam, all the bad jam, and you are using a different causeway. So you don't need to worry about the jam. You don't need to worry about the traffic. Okay, it's a very consistent and a very safe service. Okay, the frequency of the MRT service is about 4 minutes to 6 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes to 6 minutes. Okay, so it's a very consistent service, and it operates usually from morning 6 a.m. until midnight 12 p.m. Okay, as of now, the daily traffic of the causeway is about 350,000 traffic every day. Okay, and our RTS is estimated can fetch 10,000 traffic per hour per direction. So it's definitely sufficient to sustain the whole crowd. It's definitely sufficient to sustain the whole crowd. And it's going to be a very game changing for the JB network market or for the whole JB public transport network. Okay, another thing is very special about this RTS is, other than we have a different immigration station, we also going to have dual immigration at each part. Which means, usually when you go to Singapore, you have to chop your passport at both sides. Okay, same ways when you come back from Singapore to JB. Okay, you need to chop your passport at the Singapore side and come back to JB, you chop your passport at JB side. But for RTS, we are going to using a dual immigration. Meaning, if you want to go to Singapore from JB, we have two country immigration setting up at the Bukit Chaga station. Okay, so if you want to go to Singapore, you can chop your passport 2 times at the CIQ, and you go into Singapore directly, and you connect to the MRT and go to any part of Singapore. Okay, so this is going to be very, very convenient for daily transporter. Okay, so as of now, you can see the progress is going very well. They are going their construction every day and night. And in fact, now in JB, the traffic is very jammed. Why? Because a lot of routes are closure because they want to do for this construction. Okay, and I really can observe over the past few years, the traffic in JB is becoming more and more congested. Okay, but as you can see, the progress is going well. It's about 65% now, 2/3. Okay, and if let's say you have a plan to invest or buy property for yourself in JB, my suggestion is please do it soon. Why? Because if you observe the recent market and if you observe the news, you can see over the past few years, the price and the rental in JB has been going up by a lot. Why? Because now Singapore, the rental is very high. So if let's say you're working in Singapore, maybe due to the restriction of the transportation, you have to stay in Singapore. But what if in the future, when there is RTS, what if there is a future there's RTS in the future? It only takes you 6 minutes from JB to Singapore. Actually, you can perfectly stay in JB and work in Singapore. But if you didn't buy a property now, by that time, maybe the rental already go up by much. The property price already go up by much. So it will be very difficult for you to enter. Okay, and that is a fact. Over the past few years, in this property line, we have observed that there's a lot of increase in rental and also a lot of increase in terms of property price. Okay, so whether you are thinking about invest a property in JB or if you want to buy it for own stay, my suggestion will be please do it soon. Okay, because you don't want to end up in a situation whereby you are buying a high price. Which is why we observe for the past 2 years, we observe a lot of investors are coming in. Even a lot of them coming in with full cash, okay, to invest property in JB, because what they're planning is they are going to hedge the market, okay, hedge on this major development in JB, okay, this major development, and because this is going to be the first MRT directly go into Singapore from JB, okay, they are hedging on this and they plan to invest to fetch the high rental and also the increase of property price in the future, okay, so. We are marketing for a lot of different projects in JB area. We are marketing for a lot of projects in JB area, even Tower area or maybe some a bit of outskirts. So whether you are thinking about invest a property or buy it for own stay, feel free to contact me. Also, feel free to ask me any question. Feel free to ask me any question regarding property and see how I can assist you in your property purchase journey. Okay, so that's all for today's series. Just take a short video to show you how is the progress of the RTS and give a brief intro of the RTS and also some news, some development about the recent property market. Okay, thanks for watching. This is Victor. Feel free to help me like, comment and share to your friend, and feel free to look for me if let's say you have any inquiry regarding property. Okay, thank you very much and see you in my next video.